Talks. This is Aadi. An incident of notice with Imran Khan happens and Pakistan comes back on the radar. Who done it would be a big question. We can't get into it because I don't think anybody would know at the moment. Some people might. We don't know who exactly, but let's wait and watch on that. What I am here to discuss with Lieutenant General Ravi Shankar is that what is the impact of something like this happening to Pakistan? What's the larger picture? DG ISI के साथ what has happened, what झगड़ा, what this, what that will keep on happening. What is going to happen to Pakistan after this? Sir, good evening and welcome. It's an interesting day.
Yeah, it's a very interesting day. Thanks for calling me over to the show once again. What's happened in Pakistan is interesting because while we are analyzing what is happening in Pakistan, what is to happen in Pakistan, the moot question is, does Pakistan know what's happening to itself? Right? There's so many eggs boiling in the same pot or the same kettle. But this is a new egg which has come about. It is not without precedence. After all, this is a country which has hung its prime ministers regularly or put out its prime ministers. So it's an interesting development. And I think it has large ramifications. You lead, we'll take it on.
So first thing first, I mean, a lot of people spoke about this. A lot of people predicted it. A lot of people have said that this might be in the possible realm of possibilities, if I may. And so that's something. It was not a surprise. It was like, huh, okay, fair enough. Now let's see what's going to happen. And of course, the first question was, how deep, how is he okay or not? Because that relatively changes the situation. That one. And secondly, sir, we've also seen some impact on the army already.
Yeah,
So that's the first thing.
on the social media, it has come out that there is some anger against the army. People are dancing on, or rather protesting on top of tanks in public places. But let's look at it a little in an organized manner.
Yeah.
Okay, let's analyze it. Quickly analyze where it is going to head, what can happen, X, Y, Z. What I'll do is we'll go over a set of slides, and these are headlines which I've garnered from Dawn. Okay, and this is the first thing. ISPR has said that the firing is highly condemnable, and they wish a speedy recovery. Okay, and they call it a unfortunate incident. Right now, that's one this thing. Now, Umar Assad, or Assad Umar, who was a minister under Imran Khan, he believes 3 people were involved in the attack. And he's implicated. It's come out in black and white. 3 people are Shahbaz Sharif, Rana Sanaullah, their interior minister, and Major General Faisal. I don't know who this Major General Faisal is. It must be whoever it is. So they have very clearly implicated some section of the army and the present government, which is thing normal. There are protests, right? There are protests in Karachi and Quetta. There are protests in there are traffic jams there. Raat to ho gaya abhi. We don't know what's going to happen. Tomorrow we'll see what the situation is. They're protesting again in front of co-commanders' houses and things like that. So that is some indication of where things go. But this is the reaction. Nawaz Sharif, Zardari, and all others have condemned the assassination attempt. All right. Well, this is interesting. Why it's interesting? Heinous attack on Imran Khan draws strong condemnation from celebrities and cricketers. Every cricketer, past and present, has come in support of Imran Khan. Why this is important, and even a lot of film stars and all have come. Why? Now you're talking about mass movement, which has taken place. okay, which is he's spearheading, whether you like it or not. And Pakistan, like India, is a cricket crazy nation, and when all cricketers speak for him, okay, mind you, present and past, they
Indeed.
swing people's emotion. And we must remember, he is the only captain who have lifted the World Cup. When I talk of the World Cup, I'm talking of the regular World Cup, not the
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
T20. Okay, so that doesn't go anywhere. So this is important. The reactions. Okay, he's also uh, made a mention. I mean, this is one of the reactions which came one day before that his
Yeah.
movement. Uh, it says there is very little at the moment that can deter Imran Khan. Martial law, bring it on, he says. He's taken on the army.
Hmm.
Press conference by powerful officers, he'll drag them in public streets, blood in streets. All this is spoken of. This may well be a possibility if his revolution is not diffused through ballot box he wants. But there is someone trying to diffuse his revolution through the gun. That's what is indicated.
Looks like it.
Okay. So there are issues. There are another report in Dawn a day or two back which says the battle lines have now been clearly drawn, apparently undeterred by the security establishment's frontal attack. So the army and Imran Khan are at loggerheads. Imran Khan is marching on the citadel. The much awaited long march has finally begun. It may take days for crowds to reach the capital, but there are already signs of panic. He's evoked panic in the corridors of power. He sees it as a final assault, and the massive public response to the march has boosted his confidence. He's also said it could be a protracted one, and after hinted on Wednesday that the long march would last for 10 months, he's in for the long game. Okay. Now, what is interested the last two in the press conference, he said that we are neutral. See, the point is he's talking of the neutrals and institution, and he's spoken to the press conference of ISI and ISPR. He says, let the nation decide as to who should rule them and bring prosperity. So all this is just 2 days back,
Hmm.
and this attack takes place. Okay. Now this is interesting again about that press conference, because that press conference now will assume center stage and will get discussed.
Begins that the story
Yeah,
begins, sir.
yeah. This I just read it out. The Intel chief and the DG ISPR spoke in detail about Imran Khan, the PTI government's removal, and their denial of foreign conspiracy of regime change. They are denying it. US government has also come out and said, no, we have not done anything. Okay. So there is the external factors come in. Shock and awe aside, the historic press conference, they're calling it historic, continues to be discussed. It's still in the news, but it was not an ordinary press conference. One may be allowed to say it appeared to be defensive. So the army is on the back foot.
Hmm.
Okay, right. And it just came an hour before the journalist funeral.
Yeah.
So there is a deep involvement of the army in this whole story.
Connection somewhere.
I mean, let's not have any doubt about it. Right? That it was felt necessary for such a formal and official response to the allegations surrounding Ashrat Sharif's death suggests there was some concern about what was being said. That he had left because of a falling out with the establishment. He ran, basically. After all, it
Yeah, yeah.
was in a difficult past, there have been tragic deaths of this thing. Now, there is another thing. Now, the Lahore High Court has, reserved its verdict on the admissibility of a plea against PTI chairman Imran Khan holding the post of party chairman. Now, this election commission has come into the story because the election commission had disqualified Imran Khan from being,
Part of, yeah.
yeah. Now, therefore, he says this chap is uh, ineligible to being the part this thing. So there is a move very clearly to discredit him socially, to discredit him and throw him out politically,
Politically.
through law and judicially, and through the army. There is panic in Pakistan
Full
about
hybrid
whatever is
operations, huh?
happening. Okay, total hybrid operation, right,
Multi-domain.
multi-domain. What has Imran Khan said yesterday or day before? Imran Khan said his party was the largest and sole federal party, and yet he was denied fresh elections by the government. Now he's invoked Mujibur Rahman. Everyone knows Mujibur Rahman and his party won the general elections in 1970. Instead of handing over power, a clever politician, he is referring to Bhutto in this, set
Bhutto.
Awami League and the army on the coalition course. At present, Nawaz Sharif and Asif Zardari are playing a similar role as they're trying to conspire with the establishment to block the PTI's journey back to power. So, intrigue. Okay. Now, I mean, one has to see all this on the backdrop of what's happening in Pakistan. We know they've had tremendous floods. Okay. And the country is devastated by floods. It's not yet recovered. Taliban is active. In fact, Taliban activities have gone up. Every
Yeah.
day I hear 4, 5 chaps, security people getting martyred and incidents taking place. They have also, I think, that Pashtun PTM Manzoor Pashtun, yeah,
Tasin.
उसको भी अंदर कर दिया है, something like that they've done. Okay, their problems with Afghanistan are increasing.
Yeah.
So there's instability there. There's floods happening. Economy is short. Their inflation is in the region of 20 to 25%. That we know. No one with this kind of a thing, no one's going to invest in Pakistan. Politics is absolutely
Shambles.
shattered.
Mm.
Okay, FATF, they've got off the FATF list, but nothing's going to happen with this development. And there's a problem between US and China. Oh, the army chief goes to US, Shahbaz Sharif goes to China.
I know.
Okay, we don't know where this thing. वो दोनों को choose रहे हैं. Because you must remember, Pakistan's biggest export is to US, not China.
Not. Yeah.
Okay, and from what one could read out of what Xi Jinping has promised, he is given some peanuts so far. Oh, we will revive CPC, all that. Actually, there's nothing which has come out which is substantial.
So,
Okay, now this incident has happened. Okay, now this is where I end my whatever this thing. I've set the context, raise questions, we'll tackle it.
so indeed, I mean, the interesting thing is, you mentioned. I'd like to start with the beginning, where you said that the cover up has already happened. So you're basically saying that this is on both the ends. As a matter of fact, this has been a sort of a planned game, right? You realize that there is been a certain planning in the offing for an event like this.
There is, because they've already put out a video of some guy who's confessed to this, and he has said, "I'm done it on my own." So there's a whitewash happening already. Everyone will wash his hands off this story. See, if Imran Khan had been shot and dead, then the story would have been different completely. Now he's become a force which will absolutely oppose the army. I don't think the army also has that kind of a traction to sort out Pakistan's people, because he's got people on his side. Now, what will the army do? They'll put in martial law. They have not killed him. Will they impose martial law? Will they have the guts to do that? If not, be rest assured this will trigger elections. One of the outcomes will be elections. Okay? One of the two has to happen. This state of affairs can't continue after
Something
this
has to.
incident.
Who
Okay?
breaks first?
Who breaks first? If doesn't happen, it's only chaos. Chaos will continue. He's already said he'll be ready for 10 months more. And this was before this incident. So he'll continue. He'll continue with this movement now. With the, like I told you, that's why I showed you that little thing on what the cricketers feel, the
Yeah.
celebrities feel, the masses feel. They protest in front of the army. They blamed Shahbaz Sharif and gang. So the people are on his side. I also suspect at some level, even the army will be split on this whole story. There will be internal problems within the army. Will the army swing behind Imran Khan? Are we watching a historic moment in Pakistan's history where the army is going to be tamed by Imran Khan? That's the question. Up. Will the army get tamed by him? Okay, this is historic because even when Bhutto became the prime minister after the 71 war, he he couldn't really get the army under him completely. Here we are doing. Will there be a post electoral? Will the army now say, okay, go for elections? Like they've said, we are not going to stop the democratic process. In that conference, in that press conference, they said, we'll not, we are not, we are apolitical. Will they step
Yeah.
out and let things move? And then they'll make, accommodation with Imran Khan. What kind of a pact will that be? Then there's the moot question: will Imran Khan be allowed to survive? No, all these things are part of the story now, right? So let's see how it goes.
The story is straight like a jalebi, so let's see that attempt to begin with. Uh, you mentioned elections. That seems a very interesting, brings up some interesting questions. Because if the elections are actually indeed called, that's, I mean, going to be a landslide for the first time in history.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other way, because if you see the past precedents of the elections which were recently held in Punjab and other by-elections, the people's sentiment is on his side, so he'll come back. Uh, Whether he'll be a successful prime minister or not is a different story.
I'm
We
not saying
know
that.
what he did, so he'll repeat. Then he's got no new story. He's not got no any new economic plan. He will do exactly what he did earlier to wreck Pakistan even further.
Indeed.
I mean, look, in a different look, whichever way this whole story goes, the thing for us is Pakistan will remain where it is in chaos, in economic,
Inward.
yeah. And with what is happening in China, Chinese economy has not, broken ranks after the 20th Party Congress, because it's important for us to understand that they are not revived. They are still, if I show you the headlines of the latest headlines, the yuan is at an all-time low.
Yes.
Their output is shrinking, XYZ. And just today, I read a article in Asia, Nikkei Asia, where they've said that Xi Jinping might not have had his full way in this 20th Party Congress, that the elders are getting back at him. So if you take that China cannot support him fully, they are they have to rely on USA. Okay, there's not going to be no investment. The economy is not going to go up. You're going to see Pakistan uh, endure chaos. If there is chaos in Pakistan, they'll be forced to look inwards. And I maintain this even now. A Pakistan which keeps looking inward in chaos, as far as I'm concerned, is the best Pakistan for us. It
Mm.
opens up a window of opportunity for India. Okay, and the windows of opportunity for us has become bigger. All we have to do is do nothing. I mean, let's be very frank. We just have to
Sorry.
do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't help myself breaking out because, all we have to do is nothing.
do nothing.
That's
Yeah, Why should you do anything?
Why should
It's
you?
the,
Yeah.
why should you
Let things fall where they may.
let things happen the way they happen?
Mm.
Let us play to our strengths. We have bigger thing. In fact, from our personal perspective, this actually reaffirms one more thing. It's time we looked completely over Pakistan, beyond Pakistan.
Beyond
Forget
Pakistan.
about Pakistan. Pakistan is an emotional obsession in India.
Yeah.
I agree. A lot of people emote on this. But he's no more your competitor. He is no more your foe. He is your permanent adversary who can do nothing. Okay? So let him stew in his own juices. Yeah.
My last question, and I'll throw it out to the audience, guys. You know, uh, there are lots of comments and questions here. Please
Yeah. We'll
look at
take
each
them on.
other
I can understand.
when you're putting in, so that let's get some fresh angles to the whole picture.
Yeah.
Uh, and of course, yes, those of you who have not subscribed, please check the subscription bell icon, and of course hit the like button, because that helps me grow in this whole game. So how do you think the army is going to react to this? Because that's going to be now the interesting part. I mean, the other day we saw very pathetic, if I may use that word, for the Director General ISI. He was dark circles, sweating. It was a pathetic display of strength, if I may say that. So
That's an oxymoron, pathetic and strength. Look, I think Pakistan army itself is at an inflection point. Why? So far, Pakistan army called the shots. Uh, everything in Pakistan.
everything. Hmm.
Okay, whether it's a foreign policy, whether it's a defense policy. In fact, Bajwa went to the extent of trying to even do the economics of Pakistan. Uh, everything. They have built an empire for themselves. They have got themselves into a position of unassailability. Pakistan army so far was the uncontested establishment in Pakistan. After all, that's why they say it's an army with a country.
Yeah.
Okay, the country was theirs, and Najam Sethi calls it the multi-blashment. Okay, here is a man who's challenged everything of that. Uh, the only person who probably took on the army, or rather, the army was a bit subdued to, was Bhutto immediately after the 71 war, when he himself took over as a chief martial law administrator. Okay, that was the only time when the army was slightly on the back foot. But
Hmm.
come Ziaul Haq, they sorted it. Not in this case. Whenever elections happen, my guess is that he'll come back unless something major happens. And I don't think anything major can happen after this. It's very difficult for me to see Imran Khan not getting back into power. And when he gets back into power, will what will be the equation between the army and Imran Khan is an interesting thing to watch. I also see the Pakistan army the weakest at this point of time. Their grip on the nation is wavering.
The people. Hmm.
People. So far, whatever Pakistan did, or whatever Pakistan army did, remember, this is an army which has never won a war. Okay? It has never won a war. Uh, Despite this, the people of Pakistan have stood by it.
Hmm. Respected it and stood by it.
Yeah, because they were the last guarantor of this security of the nation. In fact, they were the first and the last guarantor of the security of the nation. Here comes a man who's challenging that. So, what will be their role in Pakistan if Imran Khan comes back? Interesting. I mean, so what will be the state of Pakistan with a weak army. So these are the issues which are at fore and which are on the anvil at this point of time.
The 4 5 questions you asked, these are literally subjects of each,
Yeah,
a video
look,
each. It's
see, what we are doing today is only the first reaction.
yeah.
Okay, it is just that. I mean, let me tell the viewers, we were to talk on something else, Adi and I,
No, as a matter of
right?
fact, I
Just
announced it.
yeah, we announced it, yeah, and we just turned because of this event,
Yeah.
right? It just puts a lot of things in perspective and a lot of things in balance and question. So this might take, yeah. Anything else?
No, sir. As a matter of fact, I'm going to open the floor today. Let's
Yeah,
let's see
do that.
what the viewers have to say today, and
Yeah, yeah,
there's going
do
to
that.
be. I'm sure there's going to be some interesting comments and thoughts.
Yeah,
Of course, our friend Mandar is here first. Uh, Pakistan is headed down a path. The mixture of hate fed to the people, establishment looting the state, and lack of civilizational vision will bring the nation down.
yeah. It's already down. There's nothing much more to say because the fact which Mandar has made, the important thing is that hate in people. Look, what binds Pakistan is anti-India sentiment. Okay, that binds Pakistan, and a lot of that anti-India sentiment is based on hate and religion,
True.
or rather, religious hate, which has been instilled in the people. Now, where will that go? What will happen? Okay, that hate which is in the
Only
people,
misdirected, sir.
yeah, which is within the people, where will it go? It has to find its uh, uh, expression
Okay.
somewhere. Okay,
That's an interesting point. There's going to be a lot of misdirected rockets all around
yeah,
the country.
that is why I said you though you did laugh at it. The best policy for India today is do nothing.
I mean, I,
You're laughing again, but this is the no. We should not do anything where it is misconstrued
as involvement.
as involvement.
Indeed, that's a. You'll be sitting on a powder keg then.
Yeah, why should we let them do what they want? Yeah,
Do you think Pakistan will be able to solve the riddle of political, economic, social instability? If not, should India be on the fence or the fish in the muddy water?
yeah. The second question I think is very clear, but will they be able to solve their own instabilities? I doubt. In fact, today probably they are. See, every day this instability is going one by one. It's growing. There's an economic instability. There's a social instability because of floods which has not been sorted out, which I spoke of. There is a religious instability. There is the instability with the hill people or the Pashtuns, and this political instability, and then this new instability within the army which has come about. Look, this is not the end of the story. This is the beginning of the story. There's a new chapter probably coming up in Pakistan's history. Okay, and this is going to have ramifications. Remember um, what President Biden had said. This is the most dangerous nation on earth, especially with armed nuclear weapons.
Nuclear weapons, no cohesion.
Yeah, right. So there's going to be geopolitical fallout. Whatever happens now, we shouldn't this thing. Um, well, what I've said, we do nothing is one part of the story. The second part of the story is we need to monitor the situation and make use of the opportunities which come. Okay. Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to ask what those opportunities are.
Yeah,
So
we'll
let's
talk.
wait for those
No problem.
questions.
Yeah.
Uh, Shaka, there have been reports about attempted infiltration in a particular sector of the LOC. Do you think Pakistan Army will try to ratchet up violence?
They're very doubtful. Very doubtful. I don't think the diversion towards Kashmir will work in this case. And that will be a pathetic kind of a response from the Pakistan army. And we need not respond.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Rohit, for joining in as a member.
Yeah.
Uh, just coming back to the. There we go. Ah, Sandeep says, I observe most of the Pakistan news channels are against Imran Khan.
Well, that's their choice. हमें क्या लेने देना? But let me, while what you are, what uh, most people are saying is this. I remember seeing, a month or two back, editorial, not even an editorial. They have something called a prism, which is quite a big column, analytical column, which comes out once in 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something like that. And they've spoken of Imran Khan as a mass leader, arrival of a mass leader. Now, when a mass leader comes, whether the newspaper people like him or not, he's a mass leader. Okay. And now he is not only a mass leader, he's a mass martyr also. भाई वो तो बच गया अभी वो मर गया मर जाता तो फिर डिफरेंट स्टोरी ही इज नाउ गोइंग टू कम आउट ही इज गोइंग टू कम आउट ऑल गन्स फायरिंग who's going to be in his target who's going to be in his way that's the million dollar question so why will media take it on what will happen
Yeah,
tomorrow if that chap he comes to power and he sorts out the media also I mean that's why I said this is the inflection point in Pakistan this is a very this thing so let us see how it goes.
I mean, there's also another thing that they closed up all the pro Imran Khan channels, ARY and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
that all that will now backfire badly.
Mm. Was the idea of Pakistan based on religion always doomed to be failed, or just got bad leaders to sink the ship?
I think it's a combination of both. Anything which is unnatural cannot exist beyond a point. Okay, the two wings of Pakistan were unnatural; they broke. The Durand line is unnatural. There's problem there. The the people, the idea of Pakistan was unnatural. It's having a problem. Will it break? I don't know. Can it break? The I doubt.
Mm.
I doubt because there is no movement between one faction and the other. Okay, between people, the people are very clear. The problem is political. So, but the politics are now so bad that the army, which is supposed to be the guarantor of Pakistan's security, is now against a mass leader. So chaos. Okay, the new power equations will be this thing. Yeah.
Would it be good if Imran Khan be funded properly during these days? It will help him destabilize Pakistan. I'm sure he's got leverage on some section of the Taliban.
Why should we do anything? Let him be funded. Obviously he doesn't lack funds.
Oh, I don't think so in any way,
He
sir.
doesn't lack funds. Okay, so why should we be bothered? Let them do what they want.
It's a, I mean, the guy's got money to organize this back-to-back
Yeah.
rally. There's no question. Yeah, that's an interesting this thing. So, what will be the implications of this incident on the appointment of the next army chief? There we
Hmm.
go. That's
Yeah,
one big
that's it.
possibility. So,
See, all this is part of the chaos. Who will be appointed by whom? Will he be
and
this thing?
he's
Will
also
Bajwa
hinting,
continue?
yeah,
Look, the point which I made earlier, he has shaken up the army. The army itself will now be a divided house. Okay, especially the rank and file. The army officers, the senior officers, there's already a thing that some of the senior officers, retired veterans, are with Imran Khan. A divided army is the worst case for Pakistan. So, whichever way it goes, you're looking at the army chief not to be elected. Then you're looking at elections to take place. You know this incident. It's going to spur a lot of things. There's going to be fallout. It's a nuclear fallout will come up. They will be there. The fallouts will be there. Yeah.
any chance this was staged by Imran Khan himself or anyone apart from ISI? People blame ISI, but I feel ISI, if ISI wanted to kill him, they would have done it cleanly. They're very experienced in assassinations.
I agree with this, but who will get shot himself?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, why should I get shot myself? I can get a few others killed and
Yeah.
then survive fully and do the same thing as if it was an attempt on me. See, the fact that there is something involved is because they already within no time they put out a video of that of a confession that that chap has done it on it's हो गया ये तो गुमराह कर रहा है सबको इसीलिए हमने किया मेरे साथ और कोई नहीं है ये पूछा गया उसमें वीडियो में आपने क्यों किया ये काम एंड दैट फेलो वेरी क्लियरली सेज ये सबको गुमराह कर रहा है इसीलिए मैंने किया मेरे साथ कोई नहीं है इट्स अ वॉश यू नो
Throw the
so
narrative.
it
Throw the
could
narrative.
yeah,
Throw the narrative.
yeah
Hmm.
there's an
Maybe, yeah.
right so I don't think it was while I agree with the fact that this assassination the the army is very good at assassinations we also have to remember the army is weak at present.
Any
Okay, it might
failed
not be a
attempt would come out.
it might not be a fully planned assassination. It might be a botched attempt by a stupid guy who's done all this. Who knows? It's that Beckett story, I wish the king were dead, or I wish the bishop were dead. That's what Beckett said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's an
Uh,
interesting one. Actually, that joins up pretty well in this today's situation.
yeah. Someone
King
has wished.
Imran Khan.
Someone has wished that Imran Khan should die, and some fellow has done the trick anyway, or tried.
I mean, there are rumors. Sorry, Mr. Mighty. Whoa,
Mm.
that's a good name. Uh, there were rumors that, and this is flying around again on Twitter, and can't confirm it. But Rana Salauna had given some statement that he needs to be kind of taken care of. So
Well,
they're going
why?
to kind
Yeah,
of,
why? I wish the bishop is. I wish the bishop is. You know, who'll do anything for this bishop type, and so that's how it is.
it's
Yeah,
an interesting question he asked. If Imran Khan returns to power, will the F-16s get service? Will Z engage with him with Imran? Will Imran be forced to reach accommodation with India?
I'll leave the India part. Okay, but the first two are important. Uh, yeah, it depends on how Imran Khan is treated. The USA, Imran Khan, and the Pakistan army are a triangle, new triangle. Okay, how this triangle gets balanced out will depend on the F-16 deal, and I mean we'll have a fallout on the F-16 deal. But remember, the F-16, whatever the servicing and all, is not a free meal to Pakistan. It is part of a FMS deal where Pakistan has to pay money for it. Okay, right? And Pakistan, US cannot walk away from Pakistan. There are too many eggs uh, of US which are cooking in Pakistan, including Afghanistan. They have to have a handle. They can't let Pakistan go towards China. And Pakistan, at the end of the day, is a nuclear nation. Where will those nukes go? I mean, US is as vulnerable as India is from Pakistan nukes. Okay, and everyone knows that. So there will be there'll be a new set of equations which will come out. As far as Xi Jinping is concerned, he'll also be on the horns of a dilemma. I mean,
You actually
this is just a क्या बोलते हैं उसको कबाब में हड्डी kind of a event.
idea, yeah.
Uh,
You've actually spoken
in any
about.
case,
I
Xi
mean,
Jinping's kebab is not so great today. Okay, Uh, whatever happens between him and Shahbaz Sharif is at risk. We also have to understand. Go back to the time when Imran Khan was coming into power. He had opposed the CPEC.
yeah.
Okay, So there are angles in this. There are a lot of angles. I mean, the event which is got too many issues, but it has happened. So let us see where it goes.
You made a very interesting reference. I'm sorry, I was interjecting you. That report, I think I shared this, sent this to you as well. So that NATO report, it really shows the what you've mentioned in a very elaborated fashion, but the factor why US keeps engaging with
Yeah, yeah,
Pakistan.
they will.
It's a
Remember, despite everything, Pakistan remains a major non-NATO ally of
right.
the US. That status has not been revoked, despite the fact that Pakistan let them down in Afghanistan badly. Everyone knows that, but despite that, okay. Well, US and Pakistan have a old relationship, so let's see how it is reworked. It'll get reworked. Okay, equally, Pakistan and China have a old relationship that will also get reworked. Okay, a lot of
Today's fluid,
equations change with this event. Yeah,
today's fluid geopolitics will probably bring up more situations.
yeah, it will, it will. There's no
Yes.
doubt.
Looks like sympathy vote now goes for Imran Khan for sure.
There's no
What
doubt.
could be the impact?
There's no doubt. There's no doubt at all. The impact we've discussed. You're going to only see a more unstable Pakistan. Okay. Yeah, one positive thing is if Imran Khan comes to power in whichever way he comes. I mean, it's very this thing now. There'll be political stability in Pakistan. I mean, we have to
The-
understand that there might be a problem between army and Imran Khan, but all the others will get sidelined. He'll get such a good mandate that he will bring political stability to Pakistan. What that political stability means to Pakistan is a different story altogether. Okay, uh, on that we should not have doubts. I mean, we could think of a uh, future where Imran Khan is going to be the boss of Pakistan without any ambiguity. That's going to be very interesting for one reason: the election commission, the judiciary, everyone has ranged, and the press, everyone has gone against Pakistan, against Imran Khan, and the people seem to be with him. When if they elect him back, and there's nothing which can now stop him from coming back into power, there'll be problems. Not only the establishment of the military establishment, but the larger establishment of power in Pakistan is also pitted against him. Okay, the only
Very
way they can stop him is by anything else. Whatever they do now, he'll have the sympathy of the people to come back
yeah,
into
yeah.
power. So, at one level, we're going to see some kind of political stability by where he is the most powerful chap in Pakistan. At another level, we're going to see instability, a power struggle, or rather, an equation struggle going on in Pakistan between the Pakistan army and Imran Khan, between the the institutions of Pakistan and Imran Khan. There's going to be a problem. I mean, all this is there. He's at loggerheads with almost everyone. I mean, the earlier question that Pak media is against Imran Khan is actually portents to the larger problem between Imran Khan and the a whole lot
West.
of institutions.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Okay, so let us see where it goes. I mean, we also have to remember that the PTI is almost I mean, it's why almost it is a religious party. Their brand of religion is different. Imran Khan's brand of religion is something funny. Okay, but he invokes religion in almost every jalsa of his or his meeting of his or every talk of his.
Yeah, yeah. The jihad and the
Yeah, all this is there. So uh, this struggle, there will be a problem. That's why I said chaos will endure in Pakistan, which I said very simplistically. But when you analyze beyond events, there are a lot of issues. Yeah,
Abhay asked, do you think civil war is possible in Pakistan in the
I
next
mean,
5 years
whatever is happening is almost civil war.
without the
The way I
fighting
look
and
at it, this political war is almost a civil war. Only thing is, it's not for breakup of Pakistan. It is for the power in Pakistan. Look, there's another thing which you see. All this is happening when Pakistan economy is down and out, and the floods, and people are suffering. And this story has come up.
Hmm,
Whether it's Imran Khan or the army or the other politicians, they're not bothered about what's happening in the for the people.
that's it's insane. I mean that
I mean,
is
that's what today it is. Whether it's insane or sane,
reality.
it's reality.
Absolutely, sir.
And in a way, all these politics, in a way, all the whatever is happening, the floods and all that. Since the government has done nothing, the people also will now go behind Imran Khan because he says that the government is doing nothing. See, it becomes a rallying point behind Imran Khan. The fact that he has done nothing for the people affected by floods is a different story. But he's propagated that the government has done nothing. So they have now exploited the human misery of Pakistan to their advantage, his advantage. In fact, I won't say they, he. But it doesn't take away from the reality that there's going to be more economic chaos. Okay.
Do you think Imran is being used as a pawn between the fight of General Bajwa and General Faiz Hamid?
I don't think so. There's a very clear cut thing. Imran is on one side, the army establishment is on one side. They're both at loggerheads.
There might be some factions, but
Yeah, the fact is that for the first time in the history of Pakistan, the might of the army is being challenged openly on the streets. And the streets are with Imran Khan and not with the army. That is the question. And look, he's invoked Mujibur Rahman, breakup. He's invoked a lot of things actually, very, 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 very subtly. He says, I will wait for 10 months. Abhi, he will not have to wait for 10 months because his revolution will now progress. It's got its own nuclear effect. The fallout of this is as good as a nuclear fission.
no doubt, sir. No doubt. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sure as we speak, a lot of things are
Hmm.
getting. Do you think MSS and ISI will work to disintegrate him?
Let's forget it. I think we should give this a pass because that's a dream.
It's too far short. Now, Pakistan is a hot pot of potential absolute chaos. This can't be good for the region. We only wanted Imran Khan back in power. Uh, it's getting much worse than that for our liking. What would India do when chaos breaks?
India will just do nothing. Why should we do anything? Let them do what they want.
Protect ourselves. That's
Yeah,
it.
but I told you, no, we do nothing. That's the best option for us. ठीक है.
Venki sir, your take or observations on quotient politics of Pakistan within PTI, especially Mr. SMQ, a known opportunist, pretty likely to be exploited by US and Pakistani army.
Well,
Shah Mahmood
that's
Qureshi.
that is part of the story. Okay, शाह मोहम्मद कुरैशी, असद उमर, ये सब उसके अभी प्यादे हैं. Imran Khan is the kingpin. See, while till now, a lot of things could have changed, a lot of things could be spoken of X, Y, Z. This event has made him the unquestioned boss in PTI. Not that he was not; it is cemented in. Okay, शाह मोहम्मद कुरैशी, असद उमर एंड शरीन मजारी, ये सब वो तो इसके पार्टी हैं अभी. मतलब वो गाना पार्टी है. ताली ताली बजाने वाले हैं तो करेंगे. या
Sorry.
Was that Kawali
Uh,
party, no? Yeah. Okay.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
This is a wild one. So my analysis is India's BrahMos incident is a calculated risk taken by India. As incidentally, a few days later, India announced a successful trial of air defense missile system on the western sector, European.
I think we should give it a pass. Let's not get into it. Yeah.
Right. Uh, Now, uh, a thought process still argues about a self-stage event, sir.
I
There will
don't
be
think so.
some. This would be a point that the opposition would kind of opposition to Imran Khan, if I may.
See, all kinds of theories will come out. It's a self.
Yeah,
It could be a lone wolf attack. It could be a self-staged attack. It could be an assassination attempt by some, maverick element. Okay. It could be probably a signal to him that your life is at stake. So many options are available in this entire incident. Okay. Someone might say, यार उसको डरा दो, दो चार गोली फायर कर दो. Right. So all this is on the cards. So we don't know. But even if one of them is true, whatever it is, let them. It's chaos. Yeah.
sir. Do you think the surge of freedom movements in Balochistan KPK after the trust deficit in the establishment after this
We will see. This is one of the things which could happen.
outcomes?
Outcomes of this, we'll see, because it depends on when he comes to power. How long will it he come to take to come to power? One thing I'm very clear that he'll come to power. Second thing is the elections could get preponed. I mean, the way things are. Okay, if the army has got some sense, they should post, prepone the elections, put him in power, and reach a. If I were in the army, someone in the army, I will say, yeah,
Calm the damping down.
yeah, elections कराओ, इसको जो जो भी होगा होगा, okay, and whoever comes to power, let's equate with him.
Work. Hmm.
Uh, See, the army will has to think for itself now. Okay, how does it remain relevant in the whole scenario? So a lot of things will come out in this whole story.
It's a Pandora's box, if
It's
I
a
may.
Pandora's box. Yeah, so
Yeah,
many things, so many equations will come out.
open up a
I
can of
agree with you.
worms
Yeah,
after this.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we are just opening all the worms which can come out, but there may be more.
Yeah, of course. I mean, each one of these onion peels, and we are using different phrases for this. Each one of
Yeah,
these
yeah,
onion peels will open up a whole new sector of discussions.
yeah, yeah. I
So
agree with
you
you.
could take it as far as you like, as a matter of
Yeah,
fact. But this is just a precursor. So
yeah.
how could Pakistan be ridden off with the FATF grey list?
They got off, so why should we discuss it anymore? Whatever it is, they're off it. Yeah,
Sir, but and Rohit asked this particular question. It's an interesting thing. We'll take a couple more and we'll finish at about an hour. Sir. So we've got 7 minutes, guys.
yeah, yeah.
He asked an interesting question, and you hinted to this. The army chief goes to America. This guy goes to China, and he says, Imran bin Kebab mein Hadi, what is the agenda between Shehbaz Sharif's, apart from a begging at the Chinese door, and his current visit still persists with the USA's soft corner as internal policy supported by the army.
Look, Pakistan cannot survive on its own. It needs USA, it needs China. So they'll do whatever they have to. Now, this fellow is the real kebab mein haddi. Everyone will now know what I don't know what to do. So they're going to be fallout, and we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, and we also know that he's rubbed the USA on the wrong side enough for the USA to react. Okay, China has now reached some accommodation with Shahbaz Sharif. All of a sudden, this fellow comes into the play. So whatever has happened with this thing will also get derailed. So there are issues which is going to come up, and we'll have to see. There's no doubt that this is not a storm in the teacup, but a real kebab mein haddi.
Sir, would Imran Khan's predictions of breaking off Pakistan would come true? Also, what special immunity he's got in spite of being a civilian to do this much? In the past, many got to go to the gallows.
Well, the immunity he's got is through the people.
The mass leader.
He's a mass leader. Okay, so that's as simple as that. Look, uh, when a paper like Dawn says we look seeing the arrival of a mass leader,
Hmm.
you have to respect the people of Pakistan for their choices. It's a different thing. You might not agree with their choice. You might have different views about their choice, but they've made a choice. Okay. Now, will the Pakistan army have the guts to go against that choice?
Big
If
question, sir.
Pakistan, in an earlier avatar, they would have gone and imposed martial law.
Yeah.
Today, they can't. If they can't, it is a sense. It's a sign of weakness. Now, if this man comes with a huge mandate, does he have the capability to tame the army? Now, if he succeeds in taming the army, you're looking at a different Pakistan. If he gets into an accommodation with the army will just wait when to hang him next. Everything is open.
They've done it before, they'll do it again.
They'll do it again. What's the guarantee that whoever he chooses as the
Army chief.
army chief, he'll wait at the right opportunity and throw him out or do whatever. And that's their history. All the army chiefs have done it with all their prime ministers, elected or unelected. भाई पाकिस्तान में ना वो सब it's a constant T20 match. Just imagine a combination of a T20 match being played over a test match time. हर रोज एक T20 मैच हर रोज वो and many times it gets curtailed by weather. And the problem with Pakistan is उसमें कोई डकवर्थ लुइस मेथड नहीं है.
Sir, but
There's no Duckworth Lewis chart for Pakistan.
सर एक इमरान खान चार्ट बनाएगा अभी तो बाकी
वो
सब
ठीक
ठीक
है,
है.
जो भी जो भी करने दो उनको.
But what you said brought a very interesting question, and that I want to ask you this: leverage. Both of them, both of the sides. I mean, the army on one side and Imran Khan. I'm sure has got certain leverage on the other guy.
Yeah, they have. ऐसी बात नहीं है. There are also talks of back channel discussions.
Yes, sir. Which was
I
mentioned
mean,
by the DG ISI.
yeah, it's not only between the DG ISI, it's also come out in the media.
Hmm.
Look, irrespective of what accommodation takes place, if there's an accommodation which takes place between Imran Khan and the army has lost it.
For the time being. I mean,
Yeah, for the time being.
hmm.
That means he'll come to power. He will name the next chief. He might become bigger than God in Pakistan, and the army might not be able to control him. And the only way to control him then is either assassination or a coup. These are the options. If he continues, he'll wreck Pakistan. On that, let's not have doubts. He'll completely wreck Pakistan. When I say wreck Pakistan, we also have to understand that there's nothing much left in Pakistan to wreck. He'll ensure that Pakistan remains where it is. Because they're already at the bottom,
So
which is good for us. Huh? Which is
are you
actually good
trying
for
to
us.
are you trying to tell me that the house will lose this time, sir? In a poker game, house never loses. The
Like,
army is the house.
they might lose at this particular round. They seem to be losing this round. They'll have to wait for the next round to start.
Start.
But that means that there's going to be chaos. Pakistan will look. Why am I bothered as an Indian about what's happening in Pakistan? I am bothered because what do I do with Pakistan?
Yeah.
What is the opportunity I see in Pakistan? What is what is the outcome for me? All this tells me that there is a huge opportunity of a peace dividend opening up for us. If I have a strategic direction towards Pakistan, it is do nothing. Just ensure that you keep your defenses up and do nothing. Let them do what they want. It gives you the time to look at things differently. It
Other
tells
things.
the USA, it, you look at it little differently also. It tells the USA there is no other stable partner to other than India in South Asia, or for that matter in the Indo-Pacific. The equation after this, the equation between USA and India can only get stronger. The equation between the Gulf and India can only get stronger. Chaos in Pakistan means Iran will start getting closer
Hmm.
to India. The others in the neighborhood will start looking more towards India. There is no second this thing. China itself will be in the haunts of a dilemma as to what to do with
Everybody will try
Pakistan.
and kind of, yeah,
It strengthens us. That's why I said it opens a window of opportunity for us.
opportunity.
And we need to capitalize on it. And our first method to capitalize is do nothing. This do nothing is not, a foolish thing which I'm saying. I'm
No, it's
telling it to you with a lot of thought.
yeah.
Build your own strength. It gives you a tremendous opportunity.
Shouldn't be stupid enough of jumping into a fire right now.
Yeah, we'll do. Okay.
Take a last question, sir.
Yeah.
It's a kind of long one, so hear me out. So, as you said, we don't need to do anything, and it kind of connects with this. Let's be honest, if Pakistan survives the chaos and reforms become stronger in the next 30 years, even it will be even more of a headache to us. And then part two, he says we should not underestimate the opponent's ability to solve the problems coming back stronger. Like we saw the last World Cup, everyone thought we'll beat them, but we got a dash kicked. I
Amit,
hope.
I don't think we should do all this nonsense. Dr. Swami can keep saying what he wants. Okay. He might be whatever it is. This is not underestimating Pakistan. And nations don't become strong over 30 years unless they do something uh, great.
Yeah,
I don't see that happening in Pakistan. We're going to get Imran Khan, who has brought Pakistan to this level of economics with his in 3.5 years. He's going to continue for 5 to 6 years hence. Where is he going to take Pakistan economically? Even further down. One binding force of Pakistan is now shaky. That is their army.
army.
Okay, there is no civil war kind of a situation in Pakistan that it will break up. Okay, so that won't happen. They'll just fester. They're energy deficient. They're hit by climate change. We know that. Their economy is not going up. They've become food deficient. There's so many issues. Nations don't change overnight. Okay. Afghanistan, their relationship with Afghanistan, I've always said their bigger problem, their existential problem is with Afghanistan, not with India. And last but not the least, we shouldn't do anything for only one simple reason. You do anything, it will stitch Pakistan together. So if you do anything, it will have an opposite effect. Okay. I think the Prime Minister called it very right. When the floods happened, he expressed this sorrow, but he really
That's it.
didn't say, yeah, that's it. Okay. So we should take a step back and do what we are supposed to do.
Very wise thing. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And don't worry, in 30 years, if Pakistan has to become strong, just think in the 30 years, how strong will India become? And what are the forces within Pakistan who will kill their economy? You're talking of a nation where religion has been introduced in science at primary level. There are a lot more before you make such a statement that it will turn around. Okay.
I
Yeah.
think that's a very telling thing that Pakistan's जो बोलते हैं ना नस्ल खराब हो रही है.
Yeah,
Now I don't
bas.
know how to put that in English.
Yeah, yeah, Nasal is a good word.
So it's not that easy. And what is happening right now
Their
is going to
DNA
rot
is,
it.
yeah.
It's going to rot their DNA from the inside
We
out.
have to
Sir,
understand that we have to live with this. And how do we live with this? And what
how?
are the opportunity it gives us and how do we progress? Yeah.
And first step of the opportunity, I'm in complete agreement, sir, that just do nothing. Because in the world community's eyes, you don't need to be seen as instigating in any way right now.
Anyway,
You don't need that. You don't need
yeah.
that. Absolutely. India is kind of the good boy. Let's just be there, and we don't need. As a matter of fact, we don't need that right now. We can't handle it economically and this and that. There's a lot of strain that the world is going to go through right now, so we don't need that stuff. Sir, thanks so much. Although very short notice, but thanks for actually putting a lot of things together. That's indeed. I appreciate that. It's those the slides and stuff like that put a lot of things in perspective, and I think our conversation uh, uh, kind of went forward in that direction. I'd like to request everybody here before you sign off, please hit the like button, check your subscription, hit the bell icon so that you get notifications of these videos. We'll try and do an update in the next couple of days because somebody mentioned in the chat here that he's going to be back on the road at 11 o'clock. I mean, I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but that's what I read here. In any case and scenario, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, sir, for the prep and the wonderful talk and taking up so many questions. Actually, we've covered about 40 minutes of questions. Guys, as I said, thank you so much. Do visit Sir's blog, which is www.gunnershot.com, and my website as well, www.thedevtalks.com. Yes, if you can, do help out Dev Talks by joining in as a member, as Rohit has done today, or you can just send us a sticker and a super chat. If you want to contribute directly, the UPI number is mentioned below your screen. Thank you so much. Till next time, Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Thank you.